originally reached out. We're going to help you guys out with basically, you're the marketing director at Kubota, right?
So digital marketing manager.
Yep. Okay, yep. So we were going to help you guys out with social media posts, kind of whatever you needed, be a, your studio for that content. So in the beginning, we kicked it off. We did a lot of static images, helping you guys establish a look and things for your social media. That's evolved more into animation work that Frankie's been doing, Frankie and Jake. So yeah, which is cool. And we've had some really fun projects and things come out of that. So I just want to run through some of that, talk about that a little bit, and show some of that work that Frankie and Jake have been working on, and kind of get your thoughts on it. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Perfect. First thing we ever did was Yard of the Month campaign.
Yard of the Month.
Yep. So you're like, I want to do this 1 year campaign where every month you highlight somebody's yard, what they're doing with the mower or whatever it is. So these are some of the comps we sent over for that to pitch those designs, and then we ended up landing on this set where each one was a different badge and had the month, and we kind of ran with that for a year or so. So these are fun. You know?
And what was great about these is it would need to be something that we could kind of parse out. So what was great is you gave us a badge in this instance. So we could technically take that badge and put it elsewhere. So we had that easy frame where we could pop in, images ourselves and not necessarily have to come back. So I really appreciated that, because sometimes we have to just go quick and need to be able to just kind of in and out ourselves.
Right,
so this was a great how we landed at this concept.
Yep. Cool.
And it's not just a one-off.
No.
It's ongoing.
Absolutely.
Thing.
Yeah.
And just that continuing that resonation kind of with our community. It just is so helpful month to month. Like, Yard of the Month is up. So
those are good-looking yards too.
Yeah. Let me tell you what, the stripers, man.
They love their striping of the grass.
A feisty community in a great way. They are very into, and I love it because it is like, wow, look at that artwork I did. So
that's
much
great.
Appreciation to our landscapers.
That's cool. Very cool. So then we kind of moved on to what is that look going to be, as we start to establish, working with you guys more and more. You guys were coming out with Kubota Country as a campaign and kind of a division of the company, right? So what would that branding look like? Was it going to be textured? Was it not going to be textured? Things like that. So we worked on here internally a bunch of different type and logos. Frankie worked on some storyboards to kind of establish that look. And then we were also at the same time working with you on highlighting some of the tractors, different social media posts for Instagram. And then you guys come to us constantly with fun ideas for whether it's a holiday or you just want to do a post with a certain tractor, but you want to do something fun. So we did this monster edition.
April Fool's Day.
That was April Fool's Day. That's right.
Yep.
You're like, let's do something funny where maybe we're going to get some people that are like, oh, shoot, where can I buy that tractor?
Yeah, and legitimately, they thought they
did they? Did they?
Like,
nice.
We had inquiries like, is this for real?
That's funny.
And I was like, oh, wow, really? So, we did our job.
That's
one of my favorites.
Yeah,
actually.
That's funny.
Yeah.
When I worked at DC Shoes, we did a ton of just photo manipulation, and I was doing a ton of advertising, so I haven't done much in a long time as far as something like that where you're combining a couple photos and making the tractor look like a monster truck and everything. So
nice work.
That was a fun one. It was cool. And then we had the 4th of July. You mentioned that this was one of your favorites, right, at one point? Or
it's very Americana. And when it actually, with the animation, it's one of those satisfaction pieces where it just felt right for our community. And as simple as it seems, it really is. Sometimes you don't have to go big every single time. You can kind of keep it low key. And this was one where it was just so simple, and it was just one of those finer details that was it was perfect.
Yeah. With Frankie having the draw on the 4th and everything. Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, and not that difficult to do, right, Frankie, on that piece?
No, so that one is definitely easier
for a
some of
Kubota
the other
post.
ones I've made. But sometimes it doesn't need to be complicated if you have a good answer to the problem. If it gets to the heart of it. And I think that one for sure does.
Yeah. And then so this is where we landed with the Kubota Country branding
Yes.
and logo.
Yes.
So locked in on this, able to combine the actual K mark in full color,
Yes.
which can be challenging. We have it down here on the right where it is one color. But when you have a logo that is fully rendered like that,
Yeah.
you know, to constantly try and work that in can be challenging at times.
Oh, no doubt, because it's always, we have to be true to
Yeah.
our brand,
Yeah.
and a logo is very true to us, and we
Right.
still like to have our Circle K and the Kubota. So for y'all to take this idea of Kubota Country, which is truly, it's a community and a movement for us, because these are the doers. So if you're out there and you kick off your boots at the end of the day, it's those people that, oh wow, I know what that feels like. So when we started talking about Kubota Country, it was, okay, if you were to feel of a community and you go into this town of Kubota, what does it look like at the entry, or what does it look like if a sign's hanging up in the cafe window? So this was perfect because it didn't feel so much like a highway sign, but it does have that resonation where, like, okay, kind of where is that entry point? Where am I going? So it became kind of that guiding light for us, which became Kubota Country. So y'all nailed it on the head.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then we gave it to Frankie, and then Frankie makes it come to life with with this animation where it goes through the photos and ends on the branding as well as the neon sign.
Yeah. And this was one of my favorites as well. Everything's my favorite, Frankie, so stop doing it, because you're making it harder and harder for me in a great way. So, but what I loved about the neon sign in particular is that, again, going back to that community, and you see this up in the window flickering.
Right.
Yep.
We had dealers come to us and say,
Oh, they want
we
that.
They want
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
Yep.
we might have to have that conversation. And then obviously, kind of that going out big with that intro animation, that 3D, where you're bringing all the images together, and it's that block, it's that community, with how it kind of resonated all into Kubota Country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of like a window, like you're looking into Kubota Country, and the photos are there, but it's like the reverse. So you see the people in Kubota Country, and then you zoom out, and that's when you realize that,
It's actually the
Yeah.
logo.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I kind of liked what you talked about, the Kubota Country town and world, and what does that look like? I think at some point we need to either do an illustration or something that is like, this is Kubota Country, whether it's a town or just a couple buildings or whatever that is, but I think that'd be super cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Also on that neon, so that neon sign is 2D, but I think the next step would build it in 3D.
Ooh.
So we
And
can
then-
actually see it
Yeah,
there
yeah.
and kind of walk past it or whatever.
And
That'd
then
be cool.
and then get made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd
You
be
guys have to have one of those in the office.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you
for
already
sure.
have that done.
Yeah.
We'll put it on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.